Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Help, I'm a Fish. Now, as you know, Help, I'm a Fish is meant to be a Danish, German, Irish animated science fiction musical film and was released in 2000 in Denmark and in the United Kingdom in 2001, and a few years later in 2006 in the United States. Now, I actually remember as a kid seeing trailers for this movie, and I know there was soundtracks for it. I know there was music videos being played for it, and I remember when my primary school got a DVD player, which was like the biggest thing out there, and we pretty much had this DVD kind of box that had 4 kids' films, which was called Children's Films, one of which had Alice Through the Looking Glass, BFG, Help, I'm a Fish, and Back to the Secret Garden. Now, Help, I'm a Fish is meant to be about Fry, who is meant to be your typical character. He's kind of meant to be this impulsive, doesn't really think before he acts, but deep down has a good heart. But after sneaking out the house with his younger sister Stella and his cousin Chuck, they end up meeting Professor H.Q. McCrill, who is voiced by Terry Jones. Now, Professor McCrill, I would say, is this fun, enthusiastic scientist and has created this kind of serum that that will help people survive global warming by turning them into fish, and does have an antidote that reverses the effects. This does imply this was more to be a prototype design that he's been working on. And after something that happens to Stella leads to Fry and Chuck to try and find Stella, as well as making sure the potion to take the antidote to restore them back to normal. And at the same time, the main villains of the film, which is Joe, who was meant to be a fish, but now turned into an evil mastermind, who's voiced by Alan Rickman. And I have to admit, Alan Rickman does a great job for Joe. He gives this sarcastic, evil villain feel, and what's actually interesting, his henchman Shark is the same guy known for voicing Agent 47 in the Hitman games. And throughout the movie, it really knows how to handle its soundtrack. For example, when you've got the song Ocean Love, it kind of gives you this underwater sort of city feel, and when you've kind of got Professor McCrill's song, it kind of gives this really enthusiastic, wacky kind of song, and when you've got the song Suddenly, it kind of gives you this glimpse to what the ocean life is. And what's actually interesting is some of the voice cast I do recognise. For example, Alan Paul, who voices Chuck, is also known for voicing Todd in BoJack Horseman, and also known for playing Jesse in Breaking Bad. I think his later roles were his bigger break in acting. I think Help, I'm a Fish was more kind of a slide meal. And when you kind of got basically Fry and Stella's mother, who's played by Terry Rovery, she's also known for playing Mum in Martin Mysteries, and also known for playing Timmy's mum in the live-action Very Odd Parents films. When you got the bus driver, who's kind of like this fish character, it's meant to be Richard Newman, known for playing Rhinox in Beast Wars and Beast Machines, and Vector Prime in Transformers Cybertron, and Captain Ginyu in the Dragon Ball Z Canadian dub. And what's actually interesting, Anna, who's the aunt, is voiced by Pauline Newstone, known for voicing Airazor in Beast Wars, also known for voicing Frieza in the Canadian Dragon Ball Z series, and also known for voicing Eka in Mummies Alive, which kind of gives you this kind of slight, kind of arrogant aunt feel, but deep down does have a good heart. And I do admit the movie isn't too bad. It's a little missable, but I think it's a shame that it didn't keep itself afloat. And I think there were moments I would have expected for more of the characters. For example, Fry kind of being a part-time worker for Mick Krill, and you could have had Mick Krill seen as the town idiot who secretly wants to show the world that he's a good scientist. This really could have worked. And I do feel the movie isn't too bad. And yeah, there was the piloted trailer, which had different designs for Joe, who would have been a seahorse, different names for the characters, and different designs. So I kind of feel somewhere Help I'm a Fish swam to the top and came down with an alright film. So I think it definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, kind of okay, but definitely a good film. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.